Good afternoon, Paul Hawksby and Andy Jacobs here on talkSPORT. James Richardson of Football Italia fame, of course. He is involved in the sumo at, not competing, at Royal Albert Hall, and we'll be catching up with him a little bit later on to find out how it's going. Stan Collymore, look, welcomes back the Premier League, and we'll have a Falls panel for you as well. Forest, Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester United, West Ham versus Brentford. They're the games we're covering today. We just want your predictions of those scores. 03717 22 3344. That's 03717 22 3344. You can call us now. Call you back at around 2:45. We need you for about 10 minutes. And you can take us on and our commentator Jim Proudfoot and Stan. But joining us in the studio, ain't a welcome return, is comedian and Spurs fan Carl Donnely. Good afternoon, Carl.
Hi, guys.
Good to see you.
I've not been in since the studio's had a makeover.
Oh, yes, a pretty major
so
one.
Swanky.
Yeah, we're still the same.
Feel like you're on at the World Cup or
Still
something.
got Waldorf and Statler sitting here, but what you going to do? Your 14th solo show, another round.
I know. It's too many. It's too many. Really.
You've been through it, though, haven't you?
It doesn't say that on the poster, does it? It's too many, says Carl.
Someone should have a word.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yes. Yes,
me out back
you
on a
have.
horse.
The kind of comic backdrop to this is that you were sick last year. Your baby daughter was sick as well.
Yeah.
You were both hospitalised. So,
Yep.
not on the face of it, a recipe for big laughs, but you're both all right now. Thank you.
Totally fine.
Good.
And she was even sicker than me.
Wow.
She had meningitis, my daughter.
Oh, no.
And bacterial as well, the really even worse one. But she's at 100% fine. It was
Good.
For about, she was in hospital for 23 nights, I think it was.
Oh, that's very worrying.
Really scary. But then, like, as kids are, the moment she's out of hospital, it was like nothing had happened. Like she'd forgotten about it within about a day. And me and my wife had 6 months of PTSD.
And does that experience sort of feed into the show a bit?
Yeah, a little bit. Because a lot of it's about health. Because I just also got sick, and it's also that I'm quite healthy, and they were two freak illnesses.
Right.
Like, whereas I think a part of the show is about chilling out about health. Because now I don't know what my Instagram feed and things like that now is just all health advice. Since I hit middle age, it's just people telling me what to eat. And like, I used to get a bit obsessed with it, and I've realised, having had a serious illness that I couldn't have done anything about, and my daughter getting one, actually you can only do so much, and you could still get caught out.
Yeah,
so you might as well
absolutely.
relax about it.
Yeah, it's a good point, actually.
So what other things are you going to be talking about on the road?
I mean, it's a lot of it is. Do you know what? A lot of it is about some of the experiences I went through with the health stuff. There's some quite graphic stuff about things like colonoscopies and
Not videos, I'd say.
no.
Like-
I talked through the fact that
Fantastic voyage.
I had 2 colonoscopies, and the second one I chose to be awake for it just because they gave me the option.
Right.
And I talked through how
Because
that backfired.
they make you a bit, literally they make you a bit woozy, don't they? Can do that.
They didn't for me. So they properly just gave me a little throat spray. Oh, no, for the endoscopy, the throat spray, and the colonoscopy, they went in cold.
Oh,
Wow.
dear.
I don't know what the phrase is.
I don't think cold is the phrase.
Yeah, just purely right, here you go.
This happened during the Melbourne Comedy Festival, didn't it?
Yeah, when it first started, it was the Melbourne Comedy Festival, and then I got the all clear from everything in September. So I'd done Melbourne then, and so I had to cancel the start of Melbourne, and then I ended up doing Edinburgh. And about 3 weeks after Edinburgh, I got the all clear. Because I basically got internal bleeding, which I didn't think you could just get. It feels like it should be the result of
some sort of
something
trauma that would lead to it.
Yeah, no, but I picked up a bug that just caused loads of ulcers that I didn't know I had, and they ruptured.
Wow.
So yeah, again, I talked through for about 3 weeks I was internally bleeding, and I put it down to that I was taking a break from coffee.
Okay, so that's probably
it,
somebody who
isn't
said
it?
on TikTok. That's probably what it was.
But you were all right for Spurs' great triumph in the...
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was I was very much all right for that.
How did you feel about that, Carl? I'm quite conflicted by it, and I shouldn't be, because it was a European trophy win.
Yeah.
But it came at a time when I'd sort of checked out on that manager and that team and that season. I'd had enough of it by then, and I couldn't quite. I was delighted we did it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't quite rally enough to enjoy it maybe in a way that I thought I would have done after all that time.
I hear what you're saying, actually, because I remember going to watch the match. I didn't go to the match, but I remember watching it in a pub in London, and I didn't get to the pub excited. I got to the pub just like, oh, here we go. Also, I just assumed we were going to throw it away.
Yeah.
And then I remember, I got a pint.
Maybe that was it. We started from such a low bar. We've been so beaten down by defeat after defeat and the injuries.
Yeah.
Maybe it was that.
But the moment we got that first goal, and I could see how we were playing and how bad Man United were, I suddenly had this weird zen-like moment come over me of like, we're going to win this. And I got really excited, and as the match went on, I lost my mind. By the end of it, I was really, really into it.
I know people who were there who it meant a lot.
Of course.
They were years of suffering in a sense.
Yeah. That's what I didn't realise I'd feel like. But I do feel at the end of, like, when the final whistle went, I did feel emotional. And I felt like it did feel like it was the... we've been through a lot. I don't know. It's not. It's only sport, isn't it?
That's what you had actually been really through a lot. So
I
it
had,
does put some. I think maybe it's that you put some perspective on.
But I didn't get emotional about my own health, just Tottenham's.
Yeah. So how are you feeling about the early days of the Thomas Frank?
A lot better, isn't it?
Yeah, it does feel a bit more calm, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
We got a bit. I mean, we did that classic thing that Spurs fans do every time. You win one match looked good. Richarlison scores, and you're like, we're gonna be amazing this year.
Yeah.
And then within a couple of matches,
you're losing to You're getting scored by Bournemouth the following week, aren't you? Really?
But I think we have to remind ourselves it's a new manager, loads of new players. It's going to take time. The fact that we're still not losing, the fact that we've got a couple of last-minute draws is also that's a good sign of like team morale.
Resilience.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting down to the wetlands with my binoculars and seeing the lesser-spotted Kolomoani. Well, it's fantastic to see because I've never seen one. Actually, I saw one
Still
for
got a dead leg, apparently.
Saw one for 30 seconds. He got booked, and that was it in Europe.
Yeah, but for considering how exciting it was as a last minute, oh my God, we've got this guy.
I mean, I'm just glad the leg came back to life because it's the deadest of dead legs he had. He played in a behind closed doors game with Watford. I just hoping they didn't get Troy out there to kick him. But he played last Friday, so I think he could well be on the bench.
Yeah.
Who they got this weekend?
We got Villa at home, which will be an interesting game because Tottenham's problems at home have been against, I say that Bournemouth.
Good record against Villa, though. They always beat Villa.
Yeah, we do have a good a good record against Villa, but there is a feeling at the moment under Frank that we need to show more going forward.
Yes,
don't we? Maybe Simons as a 10 will help that, give us a little bit more. We don't want to be too negative, if you like, in midfield with sort of three defence-minded players.
And that seems to be. I think the Paulinho and Bentancur thing is that is not a good pairing. I don't think.
I mean, Bergvall is a bit more progressive, but still, it's not like having a playmaker.
No. Yeah. So hopefully we see something a bit more exciting this year.
Yeah. So you head off to Oz though, don't you? Your wife's Australian. You go and spend a fair bit of the year in Oz these days.
Well, we're actually sort of moving there.
Oh, okay.
End of the year, we've got another baby on the way, and we've decided to have it down there. So we're going to leave and have the baby down there in March, and then just stay for a while and see how that feels. And I'm going to be coming back. A few times a year to see my mum and everything and like gigs
So you'll be watching football at all weird and wonderful times, won't you, from now on? Like, depending on the kickoff time.
Do you know what? Whenever I'm down there, like, there's nothing more depressing than getting up at 5 a.m. and watching us lose. Like, it's a full-on day ruiner. Normally you lose. If you lose an 8 o'clock match, by bedtime, you've only got an hour to get over it. Or to let it sink in and then you're asleep. But like having to lose and like it's 7 a.m, you have your breakfast after you've lost.
Whereabouts will you be in Australia?
In Melbourne.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. So you're anything between about sort of 9 and 11, 12 hours?
Yeah.
1.11 hours or something.
Yeah, so it's not great for football. No. But I'm still going to have to, I'll do my bit. I'll get up most matches.
There's a Melbourne Spurs supporters club. We occasionally venture down and watch a game with them. Max Rushton, you can catch up with Max.
Rushton's there, yep. And there's the Tottenham supporters go and watch the match in a great pub called the Imperial. It's a really cool pub, sort of. They've invited me a few times when I'm there, but I've never been able to make it so far.
And do they get a special extension when these games are on like sort of 2 a.m? And stuff?
Yeah, I think they do, yeah.
There you go.
Which is a good excuse for all-night drinking, isn't it?
It is.
So the tour starts. Is it underway already? You out?
Yeah, I've done. I only did one date, and then it properly kicks off next week. Really, and it's only a small tour, but I'm getting around the place. Like more than I think my last tour. I only did a little tour, but this one feels a bit more around the country. So you can go and see Carl's show, Another Round, and where can we find all the details? It's on my website, carldonnely.info, because somebody, because I forgot to renew .co.uk and someone stole it. Really? So now I've got some sort of ransom on you. Yeah, like I think it was during when my daughter was sick and in hospital, so I wasn't really on top of admin.
That's got to be a bot hoovering those up.
Yeah.
As soon as they drop, That's poor, isn't it?
Yeah,
Bleak.
it was mad because I missed the emails.
Is
I went
there
to
another
renew
Carl
it.
Donnelly? Surely there's only one.
I don't think there is. And then suddenly it was to renew it cost. It wasn't crazy, but it was like £500 to buy my own domain. And just on general principle, I went no. So I bought one which is .info.
.info.
They're going to be stuck with it, aren't they?
What are they going to do?
Let's not alert them to the fact you can get the Aussie version of it. That's definitely
Hardly anyone visits my one. It's the real.
That's you've wasted your own money, whoever you are. No one's visiting it. Thank you, Carl.
Cheers, guys.
And best luck with the tour and up the Spurs, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah,
Thanks very
cheers,
much.
mate.
Carl Donnelly there, and catch him on tour in another round. Enjoying life at the Albert Hall for 5 days is James Richardson, who is one of the compares for the Grand Sumo tournament that's unfolding currently. We'll head to the Albert Hall and have a chat with James very, very shortly. We're here with our good friends at Tool Station, ready to help at over 580 stations nationwide. Next stop, Tool Station.
talkSPORT.